March 3rd, 2025, Kyrie Irving went down with a scary non-contact injury, despite staying on the court to knock down 2 free throws, so that later, if he felt okay to come back onto the court so that he could play, the Mavericks revealed that he would not be returning to the game and that he had a knee sprain. I mean, it's no surprise, all right? Kyrie was leading the league in minutes per game for like the last month, all right? It was inevitable that something like this would happen. Tuesday morning, after an MRI, the world was informed that Kyrie Irving unfortunately tore his ACL and would be sidelined for the rest of the season, putting an end to his season.
Trapped in the concept, falsely accused, misused, and misled, bitch, I'm hoping you fucking rest in peace.
There's lots of things that you could blame this on, all right? You could first look at Jason Kidd and the minutes and how much he put on Kyrie's shoulder to carry this team. I mean, that's not the biggest one for me. The biggest one for me is Nico Harrison trading for a hurt player when Luka was ready to come back. So with AD getting hurt when he was supposed to be Kyrie's number 2, and then we have no bigs, of course Kyrie's going to be playing 40 minutes a game, expected to score 30 plus points a game, all right? That's all Nico's fault. If Luka had been back, that's less runs for Kyrie, you know, and you wouldn't have wore his body out the way that you did. The third one is trading Quentin Grimes, who had stepped up. He was arguably the second best player on the team after Luka went down. You traded him for another guy who was hurt and also not playing, in Caleb Martin. So that is terrible. That is just terrible. And number 4 is the awful training staff and letting Casey walk. Casey Smith. Maybe it's all those problems, you know? But what does it mean for Kyrie? All right, he's about to be 33 in the next couple of weeks. He's 10 years older than Derrick Rose was when he tore his ACL. And he's 4 years older than Brandon Roy, whose ACL tear might have been the reason for his decline and soon retirement at the age of 29. I don't think he retired at age 29, but he tore his ACL at age 29. Kyrie Irving drafted number 1 overall in the 2011 NBA draft, known for his great shooting and efficiency, quick first step, and great handles. He's got the entire package, man. All right. Didn't take long for him to shine out in the NBA, ending his first season with 18.5 points per game with 5.4 assists and taking home the Rookie of the Year trophy. Kyrie, who's had an overall amazing career despite the drama and antics that appeared throughout it. His game never declined. He was always improving and took his craft extremely serious. Aging like fine wine, even at the age of 32, Kyrie is playing at arguably an all-star and all-NBA level. So what does this injury mean for him? Seeing that it's the most gruesome injury he's had in his career. Let's talk about it. There isn't a lot you could predict on what the return of Kyrie Irving could look like. Seeing that there isn't a lot of history with someone around his age really tearing their ACLs. Like I said, Brandon Roy was 29, Derrick Rose was like 24 or 25. Or actually, Derrick Rose might have been younger than that. The only person who's actually torn their ACL in a closer age to Kyrie is his teammate Klay Thompson, who's lost a lot of his lateral quickness, but you know, he still does what he needs to do. He can still shoot the ball, move around off ball, and play some decent defense. Kyrie's game obviously is a little different. Kyrie has a really deep bag. He has really good footwork. I mean, the way he plays, you would think that this ACL injury would truly affect him and really change his career, change the trajectory of his career. But I think about D Rose and I think about Brandon Roy, and I think to why the injury meant so much and why it changed their career so much. And I genuinely think it's because of how their game was oriented around their athleticism. Very dependent on their athleticism. Brandon Roy was known to be one of the best slashers, and so was Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was really known for that quick burst, you know? So, I mean, I see how the injuries could have affected them and really changed their career. But I don't see a future in where that is a problem for Kyrie. Maybe Kyrie is slowing down a little bit. Maybe he's not. When I think of Kyrie's work ethic, I think a lot about the Black Mamba, who I guess you could say was a mentor to Kyrie. When Kobe tore his Achilles and came back, he was still balling. He was still balling. He could still get to his spots. He had good footwork. I mean, you still couldn't guard him. And that's what I think about Kyrie. Regardless if this slows him down, you think about his craft. He's an undersized guard who's found how to get to his spots. He's found what works for him. You don't think he'll adapt? I think he'll adapt. I really do. I think, yes, his injury is very gruesome. Yes, it has the possibilities of really slowing him down and obviously changing the way he plays. But I think he adapts. I don't think Kyrie will allow himself. I don't think he will allow this burden upon him. I think he will go into the offseason after the surgery, work really hard in PT, get ready to come back, and I think he's still going to dominate. I really do. Kyrie, in my opinion, is up there as one of the best point guards to ever do it. You don't see anyone doing what Kyrie does. Maybe little things here and there, but you don't see someone with the entire package like he has. So I do think he comes back strong. I do think the Mavericks, when healthy next season, can stay in the playoff contention without him. Hopefully we sign a good PG over the offseason, or maybe even get Kevin Durant. But either one of those would be fine. And I think with the squad we have and the depth, I think we'll be in playoff contention until he gets back. And I think he'll come back strong. I think he'll come back and he'll get buckets. And I don't think we as fans should feel so negative about this. Like it's the last time he'll ever play in a basketball game. I don't think that's the case. I think he bounces back. But all we could do is wait. All we could do is wait. And prayers up for Kyrie, man. We hope to see him soon. We know it's going to be a while, but he's a different breed, and I know he'll be all right. But that's all I really have right now. Like I said, it's just something you have to wait and see. There's a long history of these injuries going really bad for people, but I don't think he's the kind of guy to let this affect him. But with that being said, that's all I have for y'all. This is Ignite 2K, and I'm out.